What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Nick, and in today's video we will be going over the first half of part 10 of the Master Key System by Charles F. Hannell. About a small little book right here. And as always on these videos, you know, we go over questions and answers. So let's go over the questions that we will be covering, and then towards the end of the video we will be going over the answers after I'm finished reading. So I make myself smaller right there. So what will we be going over today? What are we going to learn today? 1. What is wealth? 2. Of what value are possessions? 3. Of what value is the knowledge of cause and effect? 4. How does life originate in the inorganic world? 5. What is the connecting link between the finite and infinite? And 6. Why is that so? So without further ado, we will be going straight into it. Let's see here. Yep. All right. So let's get right into it. And for the start of this one, they have a quote. So I'll go ahead and read the quote and then get into the introduction. Thought means life, since those who do not think do not live in any high or real sense. Thinking makes the man. A.B. Alcott. All right, so introduction to part 10. If you get a thorough understanding of the thought contained in part 10, you will have learned that nothing happens without a definite cause. You will be enabled to formulate your plans in accordance with exact knowledge. You will know how to control any situation by bringing adequate causes into play. When you win, as you will know exactly why. The ordinary man who has no definite knowledge of cause and effect is governed by his feelings or emotions. He thinks chiefly to justify his action. If he fails as a businessman, he says that luck is against him. If he dislikes music, he says that music is an expensive luxury. If he is a poor office man, he says that he could succeed better at some outdoor work. If he lacks friends, he says his individuality is too fine to be appreciated. He never thinks his problem through to the end. In short, he does not know that every effect is a result of a certain definite cause, but he seeks to console himself with the explanations and excuses. He thinks only in self-defense. On the contrary, the man who understands that there is no effect without an adequate cause thinks impersonally. He gets down to bedrock facts regardless of consequences. He is free to follow the trail of truth wherever it may lead. He sees the issue clear to the end, and he meets the requirements fully and fairly, and the result is that the world gives him all that it has to give in friendship, honor, love and approval. All right, guys, so part 10. Part 10. Abundance is a natural law of the universe. The evidence of this law is conclusive. We see it on every hand. Everywhere nature is lavish, wasteful, extravagant. Nowhere is economy observed in any created thing. Profusion is manifested in everything. The millions and millions of trees and flowers and plants and animals, and the vast scheme of reproduction where the processes of creating and recreating is forever going on, all indicates the lavishness with which nature has made provision for man. That there is an abundance for everyone is evident, but that many fail to participate in this abundance is also evident. They have not yet come into a realization of the universality of all substance, and that mind is the active principle whereby we are related to the things we desire. All wealth is the offspring of power. Possessions are of value only as they confer power. Events are significant only as they affect power. All things represent certain forms and degrees of power. Knowledge of cause and effect, as shown by the laws governing electricity, chemical affinity, and gravitation, enables man to plan courageously and execute fearlessly. These laws are called natural laws because they govern in the physical world. But all power is not physical power. There is also mental power, and there is moral and spiritual power. Spiritual power is superior because it exists on a higher plane. It has enabled man to discover the law by which these wonderful forces of nature could be harnessed and made to do the work of hundreds and thousands of men. It has enabled man to discover laws whereby time and space have been annihilated, and the law of gravitation to be overcome. The operation of this law is dependent upon spiritual contact. As Henry Drummond Wells says, in the physical world as we know it, there exists the organic and the inorganic. The inorganic of the mineral world is absolutely cut off from the plant or animal world. The passage is hermetically sealed. These barriers have never yet been crossed. No change of substance, no modification of environment, no chemistry, no electricity, no form of energy, no evolution of any kind can ever endow a single atom of the mineral world with the attribute of life. Only by the bending down into this dead world of some living form can those dead atoms be gifted with the properties of vitality. Without this contact with life, they remain fixed in the inorganic sphere forever. Huxley says that the doctrine of biogenesis, or life only from life, is victorious all along the line, and Tyndall is compelled to say, I affirm that no shred of trustworthy evidence exists to prove that life in our day has ever appeared independent of antecedent life. Physical laws may explain the inorganic, biology explains and accounts for the development of the organic, but of the point of contact science is silent. A similar passage exists between the natural world and the spiritual world. This passage is hermetically sealed on the natural side. The door is closed. No man can open it. No organic change, no mental energy, no moral effort, no progress of any kind can enable any human being to enter the spiritual world. But as the plant reaches down into the mineral world and touches it with the mystery of life, so the universal mind reaches down into the human mind and endows it with new, strange, wonderful, and even marvelous qualities. All men or women who have ever accomplished anything in the world of industry, commerce, or art have accomplished because of this process. Thought is the connecting link between the infinite and the finite, between the universal and the individual. We have seen that there is an impassable barrier between the organic and the inorganic, and that the only way that matter can unfold is to be impregnated with life. As a seed reaches down into the mineral world and begins to unfold and reach out, the dead matter begins to live. 1,000 invisible fingers begin to weave a suitable environment for the new arrival. And as the law of growth begins to take effect, we see the process continue until the lily finally appears, and even Solomon in all his glory was not arrayed like one of these. Even so, a thought is dropped into the invisible substance of the universal mind, that substance from which all things are created, and as it takes root, the law of growth begins to take effect, and we find that conditions and environment are but the objective form of our thought. The law is that thought is an active, vital form of dynamic energy which has the power to correlate with its object and bring it out of the invisible substance from which all things are created into the visible or objective world. This is the law by which and through which all things come into manifestation. It is the master key by which you are admitted into the secret place of the Most High, are given dominion over all things. With an understanding of this law, you may decree a thing, and it shall be established unto thee. It cannot be otherwise. If the soul of the universe as we know it is the universal spirit, and the universe is simply the condition which the universal spirit has made for itself, we are simply individualized spirit and are creating the conditions for our growth in exactly the same way. This creative power depends upon our recognition of the potential power of spirit or mind and must not be confused with evolution. Creation is the calling into existence of that which does not exist in the objective world. Evolution is simply the unfolding of potentialities involved in things which already exist. All right, guys, that is the first half of part 10 of the Master Key System. So let's go ahead and go over the answers really quick. So number 1, what is wealth? Wealth is the offspring of power. Of what value are possessions? Possessions are of value only as they confer power. Of what value is knowledge of cause and effect? It enables men to plan courageously and execute fearlessly. How does life originate in the inorganic world? Only by the introduction of some living form. There is no other way. What is the connecting link between the finite and infinite? Thought is the connecting link. And why is that so? Because the universal can manifest only through the individual. All right, guys, so that is the end of the video. I want to thank you guys for watching. As always, go ahead and smash that like button, tap that subscribe button, help us with our current goal of 1,000 subscribers. And if you have any questions about anything I went over in this video, the Master Key System, anything else on my channel, you can always email me directly at info@tycoontalk.xyz, or you can start a discussion in the comment section below and we'll all talk about it together. And let me know any topics you'd like me to go further in depth or go over, make a video about, whatever the case is. Let me know in the comment section below as well. And all of my links to all my socials, online store, and everything in between are in the description box below. And if you like this video, go ahead and check out the other videos on my channel where I talk about how to make money with cryptocurrency, how to fix your credit, the financial markets, and much, much more. A bunch of information, cool information that you can't necessarily Google easily and find easily. So go ahead and check that out. They are all organized in 3 different playlists on my channel. So nice and neat for you to go ahead and check out. And as always, I want to thank you once again and send infinite abundance to you now and forever, my friends. I will see you again tomorrow. Peace.